Hello, everybody. People are starting to file in now. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Tea. Everybody keeping healthy and all that good stuff? Thanks, Jana. Uh-oh. Had the little thingy fall over. 1 second, guys. Anyways, take two. How's everybody doing? Oh, so now we're in the backyard this time of the Lockdown 2020 tour. Oh, goodness. Everybody getting stir crazy? Everybody surviving out there, I hope? I'll never tell. Hello from San Francisco. I couldn't see who that was, but hello. Hello from Poland, Japan, Finland. We'll get to that. Listening to Rush to keep you sane. I understand that for sure. One thing about playing live outside, or playing acoustic outside, never likes to stay in tune. Of course, it doesn't help that these strings are really freaking old. But I kind of like that old dead sound on acoustic, so I won't change them till it breaks. And it kind of feels like one might today, but hopefully not. Okay, let's start this thing out. Why don't we?
Could have been
and you closed the door on so many men who would have loved you more. Soon everybody will ask what became of you. Your heart was dying fast, and you didn't know what to do. The whispers that it won't last go up and down the pew. But if your heart was dying that fast, they'd have done the same as you. I'd have done the same as you. Thanks, everybody. Oh. For those that don't know, and there's probably a possibility that some of you do, or don't, I mean, that was, everything's still working, I hope? That was a song by Death Cab for Cutie called Kath, ... So, yeah, cool. And we're going to change gears completely now for this next song. Haven't heard that song in a million years. Oh, cool. Glad you like it. Even though you didn't say you liked it, you just said you hadn't heard it in a while. Someone else is supposed to play that for me, actually. It'd be kind of weird if I did that myself. Anybody tell me the title of the song? It's called Kath. C-A-T-H. Anyways, changing gears completely, like I said earlier, and probably gonna blow my voice out immediately too. But hey, who cares? I've got time to recover, right? All right. I'm hoping I'm playing this riff right, but if I'm not, you kind of get the idea. This is a deep cut from Aerosmith. Wish me luck. Back when Cain was able, way before the stable, lightning struck right down from the sky. A mothership with fate said, let's give it a try. Conscience was related, man, it was created. Lady luck took him by surprise. A sweet and bitter fruit, it surely opened his eyes. Whoa, she ate it. Lordy, it was love at first bite. Well, she ate it, never knowing wrong from right, 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 right. Even eating, voices try deceiving with lies that show the ladies the way. At first she stopped and turned and tried to walk away. Man, he was believer, lady was deceiver. So the story goes, but you see, the snake was he and she just climbed right up his tree. Whoa, she ate it. conscience was created. Man, it was created. And Lady Luck took him by surprise. The sweet and bitter fruit has surely opened his eyes. Evil came like raining. Who knows who's to blame it? Something tried to lay her to waste. And all she wanted need was just a little taste. What she ate it. Lordy, it was love at first bite. Well, she ate it, never knowing wrong from right. Right, right, right. She ate it. Lordy, it was love at first bite. She ate it, never knowing wrong from right. Right, well, that's right. Yeah. Well, I made it to the end. That was a song by Aerosmith called Adam's Apple, and it was off of originally Toys in the Attic. I sound older this time. Okay. I think I know what you're trying to say, but yeah, I got you. Oh, goodness. Oh, how's everybody doing out there? I think we got a few more people now. All right. Everybody doing okay? Where's everybody coming from? I can kind of see. It's a little bright out here, but I can still kind of read a little bit. The weather's, well, it was looking really good whenever I had the idea to come out here and do this, but as soon as I started bringing stuff out, it kind of clouded up a little bit, but I don't think anything's going to happen. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, it's the backyard looking out into the woods. And I think I hear a dozer somewhere, but that's okay. Malaysia, Arizona. I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Brian Maniac? I'm sure that's not your real name. Drinking for, well, am I drinking or are you drinking, Jenna? I've just got water right now. Denmark, Japan, Norway, Paris. Lots of people here. It's great. Brazil, of course. Greenland, that's cool. Today's your cat's birthday. Hey, that reminds me, I almost forgot. The whole reason for today is for benefiting Milo's Sanctuary. And they are a cat sanctuary in California, and pretty much the main reason I came to find out who they were was on Instagram. And it had to have been when I was on tour or something. And some of you know I've got a very silly one-eyed cat named Samson. And I probably searched one-eyed cats or something like that on Instagram one day. And Sir Thomas Trueheart popped up. And he was one of the lifetime cats at this sanctuary, so I started following him just because he was cool and followed them as well. And that's actually what they do, is they take in abused and neglected cats like that. And if they don't have forever homes for them, then they have this thing where you can donate, and then you sponsor a cat that they keep there at the sanctuary, which they do a lot of, actually. And I just thought that was really cool, and I'm sure there's tons of other organizations that do the same thing, but that's just the one that I zoomed in on a couple years ago and found. And it's called Milo's Sanctuary. And as usual, what I'll do here is after we're done with this little stream, I'll put a story up with their handle, and you can go to their Instagram and follow them and go to their website and donate if you can. Hopefully you can, because that's one of the main reasons that I'm doing these live streams is, well, A, so that we can all come together and have something to do with all this downtime, but also to donate to organizations that I donate to. So, yeah. I think I just saw Smush, and I'll follow her too. That kitty cat. All right. Moving on. This next song is deceptively hard to sing, so I'm going to try not to screw it up for you. So kudos to anyone who's ever tried to sing Robin Zander songs, because they're not easy. All right. So this is a song from, I guess, the early 80s. I've always liked this song ever since I saw the video when I was a little kid on TV. And it's not one that I've ever really heard many people do at all, even though it was a single. But yeah, it's one of my faves. And it's by Cheap Trick. You were a mystery girl, a special girl in this crazy old world. You couldn't see me when I laid eyes on you. Lonely is only a place. You don't know what it's like. You can't fight it. It's a if you want my love, you got it. If you need my love, you got it. I won't hide it. I won't throw your love away. Secrets of love in this world. I'm hypnotized by your every word. A special face, a special voice, a special smile in my life. 'Cause lonely is only a place. You don't know what it's like. You can't fight it. It's all if you want my love, you got it. When you need my love, you got it. I won't hide it. I won't throw your love away. Ooh, when you want my love, you got it. When you need my love, you got it. You won't hide it. You won't throw your love away. Thanks. I hear a plane and I hear a four-wheeler. So I think that we've come to the... Got some people riding four-wheelers back here. Anyways, we've come to the point of the whole pole point of the little concert here. So I'm going to start with the Jeff Buckley one that I had you guys vote on a couple days ago. And the winner was Dream Brother. So I'm going to give it a shot for you guys. And make sure this iRig doesn't fall off the stand. All right, there we go. All right. Here we go. There's a child sleeping near his twin. Pictures go wild in a rush of wind. That dark angel, he is shuffling in, watching over them with his black feather wings on fur. You lost with a skin so fair, free with the wind and a butterscotch air, green eyes, blue goodbyes, with her head in her hands, and a kiss on the lips of another. Dream brother with his tears scattered round the world. Don't be like the one that made me so old. Don't be like the one who left behind his name. 'Cause they're waiting for you like I waited for mine, and nobody ever came. Nobody Sorry, I was distracted for a second there. We had some wanderers on four-wheelers coming up behind me. All right. I was worried about how that one was going to work because it seems simple, but there are so many different moving parts in that song that's not being done on guitar. So I was trying my damnedest to incorporate a little bit of the bass line in there just so it's got a little bit of weight underneath it. But it seems like it turned out okay. I hope. That song was called Dream Brother by Jeff Buckley. Is that a forest? Not quite a forest, but it's definitely the woods. The boonies. Would I sing along with Adam, Brian, and Roger live? Well, if they wanted to, sure. I don't know how we would do that, though. No beer today? Hey, the day's practically only just begun for me. All right, next up on the what song do you want to hear poll that we did earlier. So we'll do the Roger tune. And it was a close one, but ultimately one of my favorites won out. So are you going to do a barbecue? We did one just a couple days ago, I think, but I won't rule anything out. Chile. I want to be able to sing Jeff Buckley as well as Jeff Buckley, too. But anyways, moving on to the Roger song. It was a close first, but ultimately second was Drowse, and first is the one I'm going to play for you right now. And it's one of my favorites. My new purple shoes been amazing the people next door. And my rock and roll 45s been enraging the folks on the lower floor. Away with the girls on my block. Try my best, be a real individual. And when we go down to Smokies and Rock, they light up like it's some kind of ritual. Ooh, give me a good guitar, and you can say that my head's a disgrace. Oh, just find me an open car, I'll make the Some of these songs are a lot shorter whenever you don't do the solo section, since this is acoustic. Anyways, yeah, that's always been one of my favorite Roger songs, so I was pretty happy that it won out. And for those that don't know, there was a brief moment in time when I was with the Queen Extravaganza on the first Night at the Opera tour that we did. The first half of the show was all pre-Night at the Opera stuff, and we did that song, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. All right. How's everybody doing out there? You're very welcome. Fight from the inside. All right. Well, if there's no questions or anything, I guess we can move right on to the Brian song. It didn't win. All right. So, this one you guys saw because I did the initial 6-song poll, and It's Late and what was the other one? Sail Away, Sweet Sister were just too close. I mean, it was pretty much a tie. So, and it was by a long shot a tie between those two songs. And I just decided, well, let's just put up a poll for just those two songs and see which one wins out. And it was still close, but I think by about 30 votes or so, the winner was It's Late. So if I wasn't going to blow my voice out on Aerosmith and Cheap Trick, it's going to happen this time. Oh, goodness. Does the cat take a walk there? No. Sam, well, as I said, he's only got one eye. Whenever he was a kitten, he was feral, so he was outside, but he got a very bad eye infection in both eyes, and we eventually took him to the vet, and they couldn't save one of them, so they had to take one, and the other one has got a whole lot of scar tissue on it, so within like this far from him, he can't really see that well, so going outside is not really an option for him. And then with Kia, whenever we got her, she's older, but she had already been declawed in the front, so that's not really a good thing for the great outdoors and any other animals that like to lurk around here. So because she can't defend herself, so they stay inside, but they've got plenty of room to run around. Trust me, even though they're lazy and they don't run around. But anyways, am I still in contact with Mark? Well, he was just on here a second ago. I saw his name. Yeah, we're buddies. We're always going to be buddies. How old is Sam? I think he's 5-ish, something like that. What is the color of my hair? My eye color. Well, I mean, regardless of what you may think, it's not red. Do I practice in between tours or take a complete break? I always practice, especially since usually if I'm on tour, I'm playing drummy things. So I'm always keeping my chops up, because there's been one time before a Queen Extravaganza tour that I didn't really touch the drums because they just weren't available to me at the time. So it was about a month, and that was the first time I ever got tennis elbow on tour, first and only time. So ever since then, I've always, if I'm on the road or off the road, I'm always practicing the drums. And if I don't have a lot of time, I at least go down there for 30 minutes or so and at least warm up and chop out a little bit. So I'm always keeping the hands healthy, even though they don't look healthy, just because I've played drums my whole life. But yeah, it's very important, because if you go from doing nothing to suddenly bashing drums 5 nights a week on the road, you're looking for trouble. And I'm pretty much good at nothing else but music, so I've got to sustain myself. So I've got to make sure everything's working and keep everything in ship shape. Charlotte, that was the last show of that tour, wasn't it? That was a good one from what I remember. Except I think, as usual, I had to leave stupid early in the morning the next night, or the next morning to go home. It's always a bummer. It's always nice whenever you get home, though, and you're like, okay, I'm glad I did that. But the whole not getting any sleep part's always kind of a drag. Favorite Roger drum part? Well, there's a few. To be honest, I've always loved at the end of It's Late, when it goes into the fast part, when he does the da, and then of course the triplet fill at the end. And then there's a fill that he does in Dead on Time. It's just amazing. There's too many good things. All right. I've delayed the inevitable long enough. Time to do this. So the winner was It's Late. So here you go. Minus the solo, because I just can't do that on acoustic with one guy and it be convincing. So, all right. And I hardly know your name. And if I say I love you in the candlelight, there's no one but myself to blame. But there's something inside that's turning my mind away. If I could let you stay. It's late and I'm bleeding deep inside. Ooh, is it just my sickly pride? Even now the feeling seems to steal away. I'm a crying, I can't help but hear you say it's late. Down. Now you tell me you're leaving, and I just can't believe it's true. Oh, you know that I can love you, though I know I can't be true. Oh, you make me love you. Don't tell me that we're through. It's late and it's driving me so mad. Oh yes I know, but don't try to tell me that it's too late. Save our love, you can turn out the lights. say, what game you playing? What's this that you're saying? I know that I can't reply. And if I take you tonight, is it making my life a lie? Oh, you know you make me wonder, do I live my life right? It's late, oh, but it's time to set me free. Oh, yes, I know, but that's no way it has to be. So let the fires take our bodies this night. Let the waters take our guilt in the tide. It's late, it's late, it's late, it's late, it's late, it's late, it's late. Oh, it's all too late. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Ooh, late. Ooh, late. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I was so close to not cracking on that song. Oh, well. It's live. What can you say? Oh, goodness. All right. How's everybody doing out there? I didn't notice if we had any newbies come in the last couple of minutes or so, so I always feel like I have to check on everybody. Yee! Hey, Jeff, how's it going, man? That was my cousin, by the way. Thanks, guys. All you need. If I didn't have a voice before It's Late, I sure don't now, so I don't think I can do All You Need. But that's cool that you know that song. Not really sure how that would work on acoustic anyways. Been a long time for that one. But I guess speaking of which, we have come to that point where we have one more song to do. Man, that went by quick. It seems like it went by quick anyways. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining me for these shows. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys are taking an opportunity to donate if you can to all these charities. I know it's a big ask, especially for a lot of us right now, since pretty much no one's out there being able to work except for essential people. But yeah, whenever I'm done, I'll do what I always do and put a story up with Milo's Sanctuary's handle on there. And you can go to their Instagram, and I can't remember if they have a donate button or not, but I know that their website's there, and you can go to their website through their Instagram, and then you'll for sure be able to donate on their website. Oh, excuse me. Worked up some gas on that one. But yeah, please do, if you can, donate. Anybody got any questions or comments, or what the hell are you doing singing songs like that? Before we wrap this up. Thank you. All Well, how's my day been? Well, it hasn't been too shabby. How's your day been? That's really cool. I'm glad he enjoys it. All right, I have ideas for the next one. I don't know if it's going to be the next one that I do or the one after that, but as far as online shows, I think I might need another week for my ideas. So next week it'll be acoustic, but the one afterwards might not be. What kind of fruit do I like best? That's all right. I don't know if I have a favorite, to be honest. I have been a big old fan of strawberry banana smoothies lately that I've been making when I wake up. What are you snapping, Jenna? What did I miss? I already did spread your wings. All right. Well, this last song, if for those of you that have seen me do a few of these online things already, you know that I tend to save originals for last. And this one was on an EP that I put out in 2010 called Smiley Face. And it's also on the compilation Bookend, which I promise is going to be out very soon. Back out soon on Instagram, or not Instagram, iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. And for those of you that are late to the party, as usual, I'll keep this live stream up for however long they allow on Instagram. I think it's a day. But so if you missed any bits and you want to watch it again, it'll be there. So anyways, this song is the second track off of my EP, Smiley Face, which is, 10 years old now. It's also on Bookend, which will be back up on iTunes and Spotify and all the digital stuff. I really want to say within the week. Anyways, this song is called Light. And it's been a long time, so forgive me if it's a little rough. If you feel like you've lost your way, would you call on me? If your happiness begins to fade, would you call on me? When the sun falls and the light fades away, will you stay in the dark? Will you cry for my embrace? If all the world turned away from you, would you call on me? If all the roads never lead you home, would you call on me? When the sun falls and the light fades away, when the night seems so long and you can't seem to face the day, will you stay in the for my embrace. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll put up the handle for Milo's Sanctuary so you guys can donate if you're able. And thanks again for dropping in, and we'll do this again next week. Stay safe, everybody. Wash your hands. Don't touch anybody if you don't have to, and then wash your hands immediately afterwards if you do, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.